Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yeah,
And this time we're taking a look at Runway Gen 3 Alpha,
that's right.
the AI that's been blown up lately.
Yeah, turning text into video.
Exactly.
Crazy stuff.
And today, we're going to figure out how to write the most effective prompts.
Yeah, we've got a whole stack of resources.
Yeah.
We're going to try and pull out the best tips and tricks.
The best ways to really use this thing.
Yeah, prompting is where it's at.
Yeah, because you can have the most powerful tool in the world,
Right.
but if you don't know how to use it,
Exactly.
not going to get you very far.
You got to know how to speak its language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start with the Runway guide itself.
Okay.
They suggest a pretty simple structure for text-only prompts,
Correct.
which is camera movement,
Okay.
establishing scene,
Right.
additional details.
So it all seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, it seems pretty simple.
Yeah.
Is it really that easy?
You know, I think it is. That's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It really helps the AI understand what you want
Right.
by separating each element.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say you wanted like a really dramatic shot,
Okay.
like a lone figure in the desert.
Oh, yeah?
You could say, low-angle static shot. A lone figure stands silhouetted against the setting sun in a vast desert. A sense of solitude and contemplation pervades the scene.
So it's more than just describing what you see.
Yeah.
You're really trying to evoke emotions,
Exactly.
set the mood.
Get the AI to understand the feeling.
Yeah. And the guide also mentions repeating keywords.
Oh, yeah.
Is that really necessary? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's all about emphasis.
Okay.
If you want a video that's really fast-paced, high energy,
Yeah.
using words like kinetic or rapid throughout the prompt
Right.
really reinforces that,
Okay.
for the AI.
So it's really about painting a picture,
Yes.
not just giving instructions.
More than just like a shopping list of things you want.
Right.
It's got to be evocative.
I like that. Now, one thing they mentioned is that you should focus on what you want to see,
Right.
not what you don't want to see.
Absolutely.
So instead of saying like a field with no trees,
Yeah.
you would say an open field stretching to the horizon.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's about positive creation,
Yeah.
not trying to subtract things.
Okay, cool. Now, what about when we want to use an image as a starting point?
Oh,
Do we describe the image to the AI?
actually, no.
No.
Not really. When you're using an image,
Yeah.
you want to focus on the movement
Okay.
or the transformation you want to see,
Okay.
not just describing the image itself.
So if we had an image of a city,
Right.
instead of describing the buildings and everything,
Yeah.
we might say something like,
The city lights begin to twinkle as dusk settles, and cars stream along the highways, leaving trails of light.
so you're bringing this city to life.
Yeah.
You're animating it,
Instead of just mirroring what's already there.
right? What if you use an image and the text that you provide are like completely different?
Oh, that's where things can get interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, you might get some unpredictable results.
And that could be good or bad.
I think it can be both.
Okay.
It's like controlled chaos.
Okay.
You're pushing the AI outside of its comfort zone
Right.
and seeing what happens.
So even mismatches can be used strategically
Absolutely.
to get some unique results.
Totally.
Cool. Now, how about smooth transitions?
Ooh, yeah.
Like these really nice cinematic transitions that everyone loves.
The sweeping camera movements.
Yeah. How do we do that with prompting?
I think the key there is clarity.
Okay.
So, for example, you might say something like, continuous hyperspeed FPV footage. The camera seamlessly flies through a dense forest, leaves blurring past, then emerges into a sun-drenched meadow, wildflowers swaying in the breeze.
So you're being very explicit about the camera movement
Yeah.
and how the scene changes.
Exactly.
And that word seamlessly, is that important?
I think so.
Okay.
It tells the AI that we want it to be smooth,
Right.
not like a jarring jump cut.
So we're kind of like choreographing the camera,
Yeah, exactly.
guiding it through the whole scene.
The dance.
That's cool. Now, speaking of specific instructions,
Yes.
let's talk about keywords.
Keywords are so important.
They are?
They can really make or break your video.
Yeah, they're like the spices
Yeah,
in a recipe.
that's a great analogy.
Add all that nuance and flavor.
For sure.
So how do we choose the right ones, though?
Right, good question.
Is it just throwing in as many descriptive words as possible?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's got to be strategic.
Okay.
Keywords are powerful,
Yeah.
but they need to be cohesive.
How do
of
you,
the rest of your prompt.
so it's not just about adding words.
Oh.
It's about adding the right words.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, if you were describing a vast landscape,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense to include a bunch of keywords
Right.
about facial features or something.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then how do we even begin to understand which keywords to use?
Well, the Runway guide actually breaks them down into categories,
Okay.
which I think is super helpful.
Is this good?
So you've got, camera styles,
Right.
like low angle or FPV.
Okay.
And then you've got lighting styles, like
Say.
silhouette or neon.
Right.
And then movement speeds, like
Okay.
time-lapse or slow motion.
This is cool.
Yeah. And then style and aesthetic keywords,
Okay.
like dreamlike or cyberpunk.
Wow. So it's like a whole vocabulary.
It is.
The visual vocabulary.
The whole language you can learn.
That's awesome. But how do we keep track of all that?
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
One of the best tips I saw was to use bracket placeholders.
What's that?
So you can create these like reusable templates
Okay.
where you have brackets for certain words.
Okay.
So for example, you might have the camera slowly zooms in on a subject in a setting.
Oh, so then you can swap out
Exactly.
the subject or
Yeah.
the setting.
And try out different combinations.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, it's like building your own prompt library.
I like that.
Yeah.
But is there a way to go beyond this?
Oh, yeah.
These basic structures and these key words.
Absolutely.
Is there something more?
We can get into some really captivating examples
Okay.
that showcase just how much variety
Yeah.
and creativity you can achieve
Let's do it.
with Runway prompting. So get ready to be blown away
Right.
by these examples
Okay.
that really show how powerful a good prompt can be.
Yeah.
So for example, check this one out. Handheld shot. The creature attacks and fights several SWAT members, with its tentacles turning SWAT members into dust that vanishes. The remaining SWAT team fires frantically. Shadows and debris fill the air, heightening the chaos and intensity. Realistic, cinematic footage, dark atmospheric setting, high-tension sci-fi action.
Wow. It's like a movie scene in itself.
Right.
You can just feel the dust,
Yeah.
hear the gunfire.
It's so visceral.
Yeah. It's more than just listing things out.
Yeah.
You're creating a mood.
Setting the atmosphere.
And I see it uses sensory details.
Oh, yeah.
Like shadows, debris.
It's all about immersion.
Yeah. Pulling you into that world.
Exactly.
Okay. Now this next one is totally different. Seamless, smooth ink brush strokes that gradually and effortlessly flow, merging like water on rice paper. Strokes appear soft and blend naturally, deepening in boldness with perfect consistency. The image forms organically, with each element revealing itself in a continuous, graceful transition.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like poetry,
It is.
but visual.
The language itself is mimicking
Yeah.
the flow of the ink.
So it's not just what you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
It's how you're saying it.
Exactly.
That's really cool. What about when we want to give the AI like a personality
Oh, yeah.
to work with?
A character.
Can prompts do that?
Absolutely. Check this one out. Dance in a sensual, smooth style with graceful and flowing movements. The character should sway their hips and glide their hands with a subtle but intentional flirtation, combining slow, controlled steps with playful glances and gestures. The dance should alternate between sultry body rolls and teasing pauses, creating a sense of intimacy and allure. Keep the background simple to emphasize the seductive and captivating dance performance.
Wow, we're giving stage directions now.
Right.
Emotional cues.
Redirecting the AI.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's clear that a good prompt is more than just a list of ingredients.
Well, yeah.
It's really about guiding the AI towards a vision.
Guiding it towards a feeling.
Okay, so you have some more examples
Yeah.
that can really kind of take this even further.
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
Okay, how about this one? Billions of fine sand particles cascading down as if in an hourglass, shifting, piling up, and collapsing under their own weight, creating dynamic dunes and waves in motion on a solid black background.
Ooh, that's powerful.
What?
It's like you can almost feel the weight of the sand
Yeah.
as it's moving and shifting.
So tactile.
And that hourglass imagery
Oh, yeah.
really adds another layer to it.
Time passing, things slipping away.
Yeah, it's like a meditation on time.
Deep stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
So even simple objects
Yeah.
can create these really evocative visuals.
It's all about perspective.
And the language you use to describe it.
Absolutely.
Okay, prepare yourself for this one. A surreal collage of a whirlwind and forming and shaping of soft, long fur and fluffy textures, shifting and rippling in midair. The scene is cozy and lively, with warm, earthy tones and a gentle atmosphere. There's a sense of comfort and motion, creating a visually striking and complex scene. Pitch black background.
Oh, wow.
That's wild, right?
It's like a dream.
It's like a fever dream.
Chaotic but comforting.
Yeah, whirlwind, but soft fur.
Those textures.
The movement.
Well,
It's almost like you could reach out
yeah,
and touch it.
it's very tactile.
It is, I'm noticing that a lot with these
Yeah.
prompts. It's not just visual, it's multisensory.
Engaging all the senses.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what's the one thing you really want listeners to take away?
I think it's all about being specific
Okay.
and intentional
Right.
with your prompts.
So even a simple prompt can work.
Oh,
But if you really want to unlock
right.
the full potential,
The magic.
you got to be thoughtful
Yeah.
about your language.
Descriptive.
Evocative. Okay, like a painter
Right.
with their brushstrokes.
You're the artist.
And the AI is the canvas.
Exactly.
I like that. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, try new things.
Push the boundaries.
We've seen some amazing examples today.
Yeah, explosions, sand, fur.
It's clear that Runway
It's a powerful tool.
is incredibly powerful.
For sure.
And the only limit, really,
Is your imagination.
is your imagination.
Yeah.
Well said. So everyone, go out there,
Yes.
get creative,
Have fun.
and we'll see you next time.
See